Previously on Sound Hunters.
Smile, Paul.
I'll smile when we find it.
Okay. Okay, this is the same thing again. It seems to be coming from the center of the garage door. As Paul is saying, possibly as if it works like a satellite dish. What's up, Paul?
I want to know where the noise is coming from.
It's okay, Paul. We'll find it.
Hi guys, Paul here. You heard that really freaking annoying noise. That was driving me nuts when we started our channel on some of the things that we were doing when we were picking up that noise. Can't hear it when we're actually doing the recording. We don't hear it until we actually play it back. I thought that it was at 2001 hertz, and it is actually not 2001 hertz. The root, and y'all explain root, the root of this noise, this frequency, was coming in at 1000 hertz. And it happens to be that there are several harmonics, in fact more than 8 harmonics, that all comprise this strange, weird noise that we were getting. I have condensed this down to a very short clip. Here's the noise we're talking about.
Okay, now.
It's that high-pitched noise, that squeal, that just seems to resonate off of particular things. In my case, in my garage, it was coming from really the exact center of my garage. Now, not being able to eliminate it because I don't know the source, here's how I very quickly can eliminate that in post. And we are in Adobe Premiere Pro. And very simply, what we want to do is we're going to go to our effects panel and we're going to look up dehummer. This is native to Adobe Premiere. You will see that there is an obsolete version, and you absolutely don't want to do that one because it will not do what you are going to want to do on this, because the obsolete version is for 50 and 60 hertz hums, which happens to be electrical hum. Whether you're in Europe or the United States, that voltage actually determines that 50 or 60 hertz hum. That is too low in the range of what we're looking for, because ours actually starts at 1000 hertz. There is a new dehummer. I don't know when they actually introduced this, but it happens to be in Premiere Pro CC 2017. What we're going to do with that is we're going to go ahead and we're going to drop that down to our audio file. And now this is going to show up over here in our effects controls panel. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and click the edit button. And right away, you're going to see the default setting. This default is what you're looking at is an EQ. And it happens to be that particular hums are an exact frequency that also have harmonics, which means that you see each of one of these individual points, those are a harmonic, and the initial point, that is the root of our tone. In the presets, you're going to see a 1000 hertz resonance, and I know I already said that this starts at 1000 hertz, but this isn't going to do anything for us, as this actually just takes the EQ and dips down at 1000 hertz. That's not what we want. And none of these others you see here, there's the 50 hertz, the 60 hertz. The nice thing about this, I'm going to go back to default, or actually, let's just do this. Let's go to the 1000 resonance, and we'll start with this. So like I said, this is an EQ. And what this is doing is this is taking this big dip at 1000 hertz. I don't know why this is a preset. I have looked up to find out what happens at 1000 hertz. Why is this a common thing? I have no idea. But the issue that I am having with this particular noise is not just 1000 hertz, as you can hear when I play this back. It takes out some of it. It takes out some of it, but we still have a lot of other real... Oh, hold on. This is set to output hum only. So what we're only hearing just the frequency that it's cutting out. So let's go back and we'll hear this again. So you can hear some of that more higher pitched stuff. And that is because that whatever this noise is that we are picking up in my garage, it has several harmonics. It starts at 1000. That is the root frequency. But what we're going to do here is we're going to increase our number of harmonics to 8. And that gives us several harmonics. And it happens to be that starting on this particular dehummer, it starts at 1000, and each of the harmonics happen to be at 2000, 3000, 4000, 5, 6, 7, and up to 8. 8 being our maximum. Now, if you're familiar with EQs, you can see this curve is really awkward, which means that we are actually taking out a lot of other sound information. Which, of course, is not what we want. It happens to be that this particular frequency is absolutely at 1000, 2000, 3000, 4000. So we don't want these curves up here. So one of the things we're going to do, first we're going to change the Q. The Q, as you watch, you can see it changes the curve so that we get a much more precise slice. And you can see that going up. Now, for this particular instance, because this noise is absolutely, I already know this, absolutely at 1000, 2000, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I'm going to take this Q all the way up to the maximum, and it happens to be that the maximum is 3000. So now you can see we have a flat line across the top. And that means that everything in the sound spectrum at exactly 1000 hertz, let's cut that out. So anything at 999 or 1001 is still in the audio, okay? So now let's take a listen to this, where we're at right now. Okay, you can still hear that there's a lot of stuff going on. What I want to do is I want to take our dB all the way down to maximum, minus 80. Now, this right here, the harmonic slope, this right here, you see this curve right here is a harmonic slope. So now the root is a 1000. We've taken this root all the way down to minus 80 dB. And now let's take a listen. Okay, now most of it is gone. There are two different things happening here. Now, for one, I know that all these harmonics, I want them completely out because I know all these absolute slivers are also part of this noise. Now you're going to notice something different here, and this is interesting. So now I have taken the slope all the way down to 0. You can see what this does. So it's 100, you got a curve. So the harmonic slope, I want absolutely this thing completely gone. So I've taken it down to 0. And now let's play this back again. Okay, now, absolutely, well, I shouldn't say absolutely, most of it is gone. But you can see right here, there is another spike. There's another harmonic that is totally peaking. And if you listen very carefully, if you have good enough speakers, you'll hear this. We've eliminated every other harmonic in here except for this one harmonic. And you can hear it if you listen for it. Watch it peak, and you'll hear it.
Okay, now.
All right. So there's a limitation on this because the number of harmonics that are controlled by this, the maximum number is 8. So now what are we going to do in order to get that next one out? Very simple. We're going to add a second dehummer here. We're going to open up that one. And now this we're going to change to 1. We're going to change our Q. Once again, we want just that absolute sliver. We're going to change it to the max, which is 3000. We want to take our dBs all the way down. So minus 80, that's the max. And then we're going to change this to 10,000. Now we have that sliver right there, that one extra sliver that's there. Now let's go back and we're going to listen to this.
Okay, now.
All right, so that's that. Let me take these both off and we'll play this back and you can hear this again.
Okay, now.
Okay, we'll turn them both back on and we'll play it back.
Okay, now.
So there you have it. A really crazy sound. Don't know where it comes from, how it happens. It just shows up. And for some reason, my garage door, the very center of it, seems to be some kind of amplifier for this that is affecting the sound. So now you know if you ever come across this really, really bizarre noise that happens to get picked up during your recordings. Now you know how to eliminate it. It starts at 1000 hertz and it's every harmonic up on through that from 1000 to 10,000. So one last thing I'm going to do, I am going to open up our main one. If I open up both of these for what I'm going to do, I can't do them both. If I output hum only on this, we're only going to hear just that 10,000 hertz. So we're going to open up the other one, which has 8 bands. And I'm going to put the output hum only selection here. And here's what we are taking out of our video.
Smile, Paul.
Whoops. Well, that was really kind of painful on my ears. I'm sorry if that hurt yours, but that is how it's done. Wherever that noise comes from, I have no clue. If anybody knows where that noise comes from, please comment, contact us, let us know.
Stay tuned for the next episode of Sound Hunters.